What happened last week?
We had a fucking new female host in.
I mean, we're keeping the show rolling. Who are you? Who are you, guy? What guy are you?
Who are these guys?
Who are these guys over here? I feel like you haven't been on the show in months.
Me?
Yeah. Where are you?
I only missed a few episodes.
No,
like
I
3.
think it's cool. What's happening with all the hats right now?
I bought that hat from the internet, and
It's a Hunter S. Thompson hat.
it doesn't really fit.
I love
me
Hunter
right.
S. Thompson. Does it fit me all right?
I think so.
Yeah, you're like a stereotypical hat guy.
You know what, though? I wasn't for an extremely long time. It's only been the last, 2 years.
Really?
Yes.
I look at you and I think, who wears hats?
Wow.
I got a real small head, so fucking only like a regular cap, dad hat kind of hat looks right on me.
What's a dad hat?
Like a classic baseball cap. Like anything that's got any kind of tallness to it doesn't look right on me. At least I don't think so.
I think I saw you wear this once.
Yeah, I didn't love it.
I didn't love it.
So why's yours now?
I feel like you would be like the what was that Jason Mraz type hat?
Like a fedora?
Yeah. Like I feel like that would be your type hat.
I think people with small heads, usually that's the hat they go for.
That's the hat, right?
Yeah.
What kind of hat
Or
are we
the
talking
Irish
about?
hat. What's the Irish
Well,
hat?
yeah, like a fedora.
That's a fedora?
No,
like a fucking newspaper. Like I work for a newspaper.
Yeah, you worked for Newsday back in 1920.
I've had it. I've had those
5
hats.
cents a paper.
No, but a fedora is like
No.
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah,
like
no, that's not what I'm
no.
talking about. You're talking about like a derby hat.
Yeah, like a derby hat, something like yes.
You're
No, that's
talking
not
about
a
like a
Jason
newspaper,
Mraz.
like a fucking paperboy hat.
Both of them. The derby hat and the newspaper hat.
Derby hat, I'm not fucking gonna do. The paperboy hat, I have had that in the past.
Yeah,
that
derby
Rob?
hat's a tough one to pull off. Yeah,
Is that Rob
it
coming
definitely
in?
is. Definitely is.
I hope it is. Does he have a camera? Does he have a camera in his office? And as soon as we press record,
I haven't seen him in 2 hours. You
start at different times.
Thanks, Rob.
amazing. Holy cow. That's so good. All right.
Hats are a thing. It's a thing though. Like you can't. I don't know if there's one person out there that can wear every type of hat. I'm certainly not that person.
No, I don't think there is. I definitely don't think there is.
I can do like a beanie, and I do like the regular cap dad hat.
I think mostly anybody could do a beanie. That's like it's a winter
Yeah,
hat.
that's true. I think you're right. But what type though? Like you also got the fat,
Not
boy,
the skull one. The skull one's tough. That's got to be a small guy.
like the penis head looking ones.
Yeah, that's got to be like a super small guy. Chubby guys in that hat just look like they're trying to bust out of something. If they think too
What are they
hard,
trying to
they'll
bust
just
out
pop
of them?
off their
Bang
head.
Oreos?
Bald guys. I mean, they that's their go-to. I think
Hats for bald guys?
The tight like beanie, like
Yep.
the form-fitting, condom-looking hat.
Yeah,
Interesting.
heads look like penises anyway.
One thing I wanted to say about today is that I don't want to talk about Diddy.
You don't want to talk about Diddy?
Yeah, no, don't
Not
bring
even
it
after the phone call?
No, don't bring it up.
All right.
After what phone
Don't
call?
bring it. See, all right.
Phone call.
Don't bring it up.
He made a call from prison.
Why don't you want to talk about it?
I don't know
Because
why
I'm
you-
so fucking tired of hearing about nothing.
All right, real quick. There is nothing.
I didn't hear anything about it.
No, there's nothing.
He told somebody to get rid of all the pizza boxes.
What pizza boxes?
What pizza boxes?
That's what he said?
Get rid of all the pizza boxes.
Talk about nothing.
Oh, but pizza boxes is probably code.
Pizza boxes could be little children's underwear. Pizzagate.
No, but like
you know what that
in
is.
high school, like we used to be on the on the phone, like landline at your parents' house, and like you'd be talking about something, and like the one guy would be like pancakes, and I'd be like, you can't. That'd be code for like my parents are around. You know what I
Really?
mean? Like so you couldn't like me, Brian, and Danny. Those we used to say that to each other.
You know, it's funny that you bring that up because my daughter's having a tough time with like friends and texting and things aren't going right.
What do you mean?
Relationships aren't going right because they don't understand what texts are. They don't understand when they're just getting like fooled with or they take offense to everything. So
Sensitive.
Yeah, sensitive. So instead of like, I would just say, turn your phone off. Just turn it off. Get back to him tomorrow, whatever. No, they got to answer back and they answer back snarky. And she said her first curse word and we caught her and she lied and all this shit. So
What was it? What curse word?
the F word.
Wow.
She said, go fuck yourself.
Love that.
Yeah. I liked it a little bit inside, but as a dad, I was like, not a good thing to say or text. But Jen and I were like, listen, back in the day when we had to use the phone, it was in the kitchen or in the living room.
Yeah.
If you have something to say that you don't feel comfortable saying around us, then you're not saying the right thing. So phone now has to be used in the living room or in the kitchen. That's it. No more going upstairs with the phone.
I'm about to get my kids' phones, but I'm getting I'm not getting an iPhone or an Android.
Right. Get him a flip phone.
I'm gonna get a phone that has.
You get punched right in the face at school.
It's got texting, it's got apps and shit, but it doesn't have like browser based. It doesn't have, you know what I mean? Like you can't go on Google, you can't fucking
Pornhub.
Yeah.
Pornhub
Doesn't have
YouTube.
the exact Pornhub app.
No YouTube.
That's tube galore.
No YouTube. None of that shit. Because they don't need that yet. They don't need to have constant jacked in to entertainment.
I was
they
in
do not.
fucking Starbucks on Sunday morning or Saturday morning or whatever.
Does Pornhub have an app?
I think so. Maybe. I don't know. I was in Starbucks on Saturday morning and I left my phone in the car, which I do often. Like,
Right.
I don't take it with me everywhere.
Yep.
And I'm inside and I'm like, it's packed. And I'm waiting for my order to come out. And I'm looking around and it's like everybody's hunched over.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's over.
Like everybody. People that were sitting down, people that were standing, people that were by themselves, people that were together. And I was like, wow, this is fucking crazy.
I'm glad you're finally realizing it because you guys used to get on me all the time when I complain about phones.
Yeah, but there's nothing you could. What am I going to complain about? There's nothing you're going to do. It's going to be that way forever.
It's just sad.
You just got to do what you got to do, and then
Yeah.
you got to teach your fucking snot nosed little fucking
Why do you always
curse
say
mouth
snot
kids.
nose? You always say snot nose.
Because they're all the same.
You always
It's
say
not just
snot
you.
nose.
Whoever's sitting in that seat, fucking bratty little fucking snotty kids. You know?
Wait, so I just told a story about to Black Steve from CPC. So I'm in the car with Eli, and I was listening to like a Frank Ocean song or something, and he says the N-word. Ooh. And Eli's like, whoa, perks up, and I'm like, yeah, but it's, he's black, so I mean he could say that. It's not a big deal. And he goes, Dad, did you know that if you're tan, you get the N-word pass? And I was like, wow. What? I didn't even know what to say. I was like fucking stunned.
He is tanner than you.
He's straight up Hispanic, you know what I mean? Like, and I was like, that is interesting.
Wow.
I think that is a thing.
It's kind of a thing, but I'm not prepared for that.
No, and I also hear, like, I heard an Egyptian kid say it the other day, and I'm like, what the fuck are you
I don't love
thinking?
that.
I think it's just where you're brought up. That's it. That's it.
I don't think
Because
so.
there's white people that say it all the time in Brooklyn and Bronx. Definitely.
I hate that. That is like, that's so crazy.
But I bet you it's just that's who they're around, playing basketball and playing, sports with.
Every time
Back to Diddy.
Every time I hear like somebody that's, tan say that, but that's not actually African American, I just want to see a fist come flying out of somewhere and just fucking dunk and teeth go flying.
Kevin Herrera was loose with it.
I think he still probably
Yeah,
is.
he was definitely still loose with it.
He was loose with it.
Yeah. A lot of it's where you're brought up, I think.
Yeah.
100%.
I don't know. I think it's.
But when a white person does say it around you, you're like, how'd you get that pass?
yeah.
Where did you go to get that pass?
That happens to you a lot? Like you hear white people saying that word?
There was 2 kids at work that definitely say it. I don't work with them anymore. But yeah,
because they're dead now.
Freely as can be.
They got fucking murdered.
That's crazy.
I would never say
That
that.
to me is crazy.
And can you bring that pass to other, like a different crew?
No.
No, right?
But they must have friends,
That like let them get away with it.
Yeah, they must.
Spanish
Well,
kid
they
at work,
just-
the 2 Spanish kids at work say it. They try to get me to say it.
Or they just listen to way too much hip hop. I cut it out.
Maybe.
Too much hip hop and YouTube. People are just living life like through fucking videos and shit.
How about, I know this will be dated a little bit, but how about New York's answer to LA Dodgers' answer with opening gigs for the World Series?
I don't know. Oh, you mean Ice Cube and what's his
Ice
face?
Cube killed it.
Fat Joe?
And Fat Joe was
Didn't see it.
thin, skinnier Fat Joe with a painted on beard and mustache.
Yeah, he looks weird.
He looks
weird, and the song was not good.
What song you do?
All the way up.
I'm all the way.
I'm
up.
all the way
That's
up.
a good song. That's like a...
But it just didn't. It's nothing like. Fucking,
Today was a good day?
Today was a good day in
Yeah.
LA with the sun setting in the background. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Ice Cube killed it.
My wife actually said that Ice Cube looked weird. And I said, I thought he looked great.
I think he looks exactly the same.
What's weird to me is that you're talking about like 2 dudes that are like pushing 60, like fucking doing hip hop. Like I'm not interested in that,
On the field.
Yeah, walking from center field.
Walking from center field, like on the field, like
To the
very
dugout.
weird atmosphere. I don't know. It was crazy, but If you watch Ice Cube's, you'll get the chills a little bit when that beat comes in.
Yeah, that song's great.
Song's great.
That's a great song.
But also, like, the content of it is not the greatest.
Oh, no. He changed the words. He changed a lot of the words, which I thought was interesting. Playing basketball was now playing baseball, hitting a double instead of a triple
he's talking about, like, getting head and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
With the girls dropping down. Yeah. It's interesting.
I saw a video of Mike Tyson like being interviewed by the Breakfast Club.
I'm so nervous about this.
And him fucking screaming at the guy, telling him he's voting for Trump, and he doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, okay.
He's like,
I thought you were going to talk about the fight.
He's like, yeah, I'm voting for fucking Donald Trump. What the fuck are you going to do about it?
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
I ain't going to do anything about it. Mike,
the guy's like, I'm going to disagree with you. And he's like, yeah, what the fuck are you going to do about it?
I ain't disagreeing with him. I'd be like, okay, no problem, Mike.
You think Mike Tyson has, like, a target on his back?
What do you mean?
Because there's obviously people out there that could probably beat him up.
I think most people like Mike Tyson now.
Yeah?
That's what I think.
You don't think that,
I
like,
think
there's
this
some
fight
guy
is
who's just, like, a badass. Like, what was that guy back in the day? Kimbo Slice. Who's
Isn't
like,
he
I want a
dead?
piece. Yeah, he's dead.
Oh.
But I'm saying, like, that. Like, early internet,
Yes.
when guys would go into the backyard and they would just, like, fight in fucking refrigerators and
No,
shit.
yeah,
Oh,
Mike
yeah.
Tyson's 58 years old. I mean, Jake Paul might beat him up.
I think
That might
bouncers-
happen. I want to see him fucking, drop Jake Paul hard. But I mean, 58-year-old man is a 58-year-old man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not like that's.
I'm not sure if I could watch it.
I'm just saying, like, there's got to be people out there, and with that are anonymous or whatever, that could fuck Mike Tyson up.
Definitely.
Of course there are.
Why don't they come forward and
Because it's
like
over.
have they, and we just don't know about it?
No, well, it's over now. It's funny that you say that, though, because I think I've heard a lot of stories about when you're the biggest person at the bar or you're the bouncer at the bar, people want to fight you.
Of course,
People want to fight you just because you're the biggest guy.
Like the MMA guys would
course.
fuck Mike Tyson up. Like John Jones would fucking destroy Mike Tyson.
But the thing is that, like, you still got the threat of him just hitting you once and your lights go out.
True
you know?
story. True story.
Definitely.
That's what you're really.
I wonder how hard his punch is compared to his 22-year-old punch.
Not as hard.
Yeah, definitely not.
You think like 50% weaker?
No, I don't know about 50. But probably fucking.
What's in it for Jake Paul besides popularity? Nothing,
Money.
right?
money?
Well, no, I know, but I'm saying you beat him, it really doesn't matter. You lose to him.
Yeah, but Jake Paul's not playing this game of like I'm trying to be the elite boxing athlete, like the way what we know of like boxers and these athletes like that. That's not what he's doing. He invented his own lane. I mean, I think he's
just make money for his.
Yeah, but I mean, I
celebrity
think that
boxing.
he legitimately trains.
No, he does. He definitely does.
And he has been improving as a boxer. But I mean, he's not fighting fucking Canelo, and he's not fighting fucking you know what I mean, like these. He's not fighting those guys.
Sell a couple more bottles of Prime.
Yeah,
you know. And it's like in this situation too, if he wins or if he loses, he's fine either way.
Yeah,
You know,
it doesn't matter.
This is no lose for him at all. No
But I
risk.
don't think it's a lose for Mike Tyson either.
Yeah, not
Same thing.
A little bit, but
58.
not
Same thing. Same thing.
They're going to make a tremendous amount of money.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
I don't know if I could watch.
It might be like
beat up Mike Tyson.
it might be like record breaking. That's the money that
Bigger than the other one?
Bigger than what?
The Irish guy and
Conor McGregor and Floyd?
Mayweather. Yeah,
Maybe close.
because that was huge.
Maybe close.
That was huge.
That was amazing.
I went to your sister's house for that.
Gotta respect the fuck out of that guy for that.
Been there twice in my life, I think.
I was in Austin, Texas for that. Was I? Or Vegas? I was somewhere. No.
That was a really cool
First
thing.
5 rounds were really cool, and then he got tired.
Well,
he
yeah,
got
but
really, really
I mean,
tired.
the just
And I think I put money on McGregor, which I regret.
I think he did so much better than anybody expected that he would do. I think there were like blind fans like of him like from MMA that don't really understand the difference between the sports.
Right.
That were like, yeah, he's gonna fucking kick his ass, which there was never a chance he was gonna kick his ass.
Not a chance.
But as well as he did do, I mean, it's like you're fighting one of the best, if not the best boxer of all time, and you've never boxed professionally ever.
It's crazy.
That's a pretty significant thing.
Damn straight, and he didn't get knocked out.
Didn't get knocked out. Went all the fucking rounds. Fucking landed some fucking shots.
Yeah.
Looked pretty good.
It was interesting.
Yeah,
That was
it was.
That was kind of his last deal, though. Hasn't really done anything since.
But he doesn't need it to. He's become a fucking billionaire. I mean, he's worth like fucking $500 million. He's got fucking products and But I think I think you're gonna see some issues with him coming down the pike because I follow him on social.
What do you mean issues?
Like I think he's out of control. He's young.
Oh yeah.
I mean he's in his early 30s, mid 30s. He's got endless money. He's like trying to be married and be a family man, but like there's all like I saw a video not too long ago of like he was standing next to his wife and some chick like starts like backing up on him and he like grabs her ponytail and
makes out with her.
And you don't I mean it's a video so you don't know the context.
Right.
But like it seemed as if he was wasted and didn't really realize that his wife was with him. Like it seemed like that.
It's a rough go.
But like he's just wild. Like he parties like a fucking wild
he's an
animal.
Irish crazy person.
So it's like I feel like like a lawsuit is coming. You know what I mean? Like or like he gets somebody pregnant or fucking some shit like that. But who knows? Maybe him and his chick they have an understanding.
Could have an understanding.
I think a lot of people in that space do.
He's got a lot to lose going back to the UFC too.
Is that happening? Like Michael
fighting?
Chandler fighting?
Yeah, he's gonna get destroyed.
Yeah, he didn't win on his last comeback, right? Didn't he break an ankle?
Like it's been so long, the sport has completely passed him by.
Yeah, you have to be right on top of that.
And like, if he does it for the payday, which would be a huge fucking payday, I'm sure, but also maybe not because Dana White won't let it happen. You know,
right.
Dana White's not gonna let anybody make more money.
I'm sure it'll be good. Regardless, it'll be good money.
Yeah,
it'll be good money to get him back into the ring.
Yeah.
I always thought the problem with UFC is that they have one every single month, and I thought that was a big problem.
Every month. They have it every week.
Do they have it every week?
Every single week.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but what do you mean? They have football games every week.
Yeah, it's not football.
And they have baseball.
There's not that many good fighters to have it every single week.
Of course.
There's not. No, there's
yes,
not.
there is.
Yeah, then there's many.
You're
many
watching
divisions.
every single week?
No, but I don't particularly care for the sport. But
you would
it's the fastest growing sport there is.
Of course, and they're making a lot of money, and it's great. But you're a big fan. You're not a great fan.
I'm not a big fan.
If it was on every 2 months.
I'm not a fan at whatsoever.
I'm not a big fan. I am a fan, but I'm not a big fan.
Back in the day when it was every other month, everybody was watching it. Now it's a fair weather.
I think they do
huge.
I understand
like
that it's
massive.
big. All right,
I think they do the same.
Football massive.
It's close.
Not even close.
It's the same.
I don't think you're right.
Go ahead. Sorry.
It's the same thing right now. It's the same thing that it was. It's every week, but then there's one big fight every month or so, or a couple of months.
Yeah, like there's championship fights.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying there was championship
No, like
fights
the weekly
every
ones
month.
on Saturday are like fucking, regular season games.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Gotcha.
they're just people like playing for the rankings, like fight night. It's not. They're not like big championship matches.
It's definitely oversaturated, I'm sure. I don't particularly care for it, but I see the appeal.
If it was on the way football is, like if it was on Sundays, like at a reasonable hour, I'd probably be more of a fan of it than I am. But I just like the concept of like getting a pay-per-view at 10 o'clock at night on a Saturday and having to wait until like 1 a.m. for the main event. Like I just can't do that.
I used to watch Friday Night Boxing for a while. I was doing that for a few months here and there. It's kind of
very
interesting.
boring to me.
It does. Every once in a while, you run into a really good fight.
Both.
The commercials are quick. Can't be longer than 2 minutes. I think each round is 2 minutes.
Yeah, but I think that it's strategic. Like they know who their demographic is. They want the 18, 16 to like 35-year-old that's, or not even, 34-year-old that's staying up till 3 in the morning.
It's a boxing's an old sport though.
No, I'm talking about UFC.
Oh yeah.
Talking about UFC.
Definitely.
It's just gonna be interesting if Dana White ever takes over boxing.
He's trying.
I feel like it's inevitable that happens, or he creates something new to pull it all in.
Who owns? Is boxing like commissioned by one guy?
Yeah, I think it's Don King.
No. Is that guy alive? That's a good question. Is he alive?
That's a good question.
Is boxing owned by one guy? Yeah, fucking Joey Box.
Like like how Dana White owns UFC.
Well, Dana White, he doesn't own it anymore like that. Like he
but he's a commissioner or whatever.
Well, I don't think so. I think he's like a minority owner. He's just a figurehead at this point.
They sold it to sold it to a massive fucking company for like $4 billion.
Got it.
It's a publicly traded company. It's owned by the same people that own the WWE. Now
it's called WME. Well, now it's called like
TKO.
Yeah, because it's the merger with WWE.
That's interesting. How about that with real quick on Soto? LA Dodgers said they're wide open because of Ohtani's contract. It's so backloaded that they got money for fucking
They're going to destroy.
I think they might hurt baseball.
I mean, the way that guy did that.
So a conglomerate owns the Dodgers, like a bunch of businesses, right? Mm-hmm. So they backloaded the best player in baseball, Shohei Ohtani, the Japanese guy. Mm-hmm. They backloaded his contract. So
he has like a $750 million contract.
For how long? 5 years?
No, it's like 10 years, but he's getting $2 million, $2 million, $2 million, $2 million.
And then he gets
and
a
then
huge
in 10 years,
parachute.
he gets a huge, unless they go out of business or whatever happens with that.
I'm sure it's a
but
shirt.
it's so backloaded that they have cap space to now get the next best
player.
So it could ruin baseball a tiny bit.
But, you know,
the best player in baseball is Japanese?
Yes.
Yeah. Him and Juan Soto are the two best players.
Juan Soto is not Japanese.
No.
Could be.
Ohtani. Could be. Oh, Soto.
Kind of a Japanese last name.
Is he Dominican?
I think so.
I don't know.
Aren't they all?
Yeah.
What? I didn't say it.
What's the difference?
Stop it.
You guys like fucking Tony Hinchcliffe at Madison Square Garden, just fucking.
Yeah, that was weird.
I mean, that seemed really stupid.
He don't care.
I don't know why you agree to do something like that when you know the crowd's going to be weird.
He just looks like a fucking scumbag to me.
I can see it. He
just looks like a
I think he's funny as hell.
Fucking scumbag.
But I kind of think that's like his thing.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
That's like his thing.
He just doesn't look like a good guy.
No, he seems very untrustworthy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Snake.
I agree with that.
That fucking mustache, that little fucking snaky mustache he always has.
Still smokes cigarettes though, which is funny to see. Like they also
You like him for
Red
that?
Band's the same way too. Like
Yes.
he doesn't look like he's
Creepy?
not creepy, just untrustworthy. Like kind of they'll backstab anybody to get to where they need to get to.
Yeah.
But I think he's hilarious. I think Tony Hinchcliffe's hilarious.
I mean, other than Kill Tony, I don't really know too. Like, I never watched any of his stand-ups, and I
He doesn't really have much else.
I've watched one. He filmed one like the day before COVID really hit. He had one in San Diego with a bad camera in the audience, and it was very funny. It was very topical though. Same shit he's always
Rogan
doing.
just brought him along. I feel like Rogan was just like,
That's what comedians do.
this is my guy. This is my friend.
I think a lot of those
Make
guys.
everybody,
a lot of those guys he fucking pulled through with him.
Absolutely.
Which is interesting, you know. Rogan's a good, like, he was talking about with Trump, you know, and Trump was like, he asked him, do you think that, he said, do you think you'd be as big as you are without the UFC? And he was like, yeah, probably. He's like, I don't know, but, you know, he's like, if it wasn't the UFC, he's like, I just like to do a bunch of different things.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
He's like, it would have just been something else.
It's Fear Factor, UFC. He got himself. I wish you guys would have told me that he was on. I would have definitely listened to it.
It's interesting.
I'm gonna listen to it on the way home from here.
Well, by the time this is over, there'll be a new president.
That's true. That will either be a very important conversation or nothing at all.
I think he's gonna get her this week too.
He's gonna get. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
She might not do it, though.
Yeah, I think she backed
Why
out
would
already.
you not do it?
Because I don't think that she's like Trump. Like, you sit there for 3 hours and it's hard to stay on agenda. You know what I mean? Like when you're like when they do the interviews, and it's kind of like what Trump was talking about. And I feel like this is a true statement. Like I feel like it's like what he's saying makes sense. It's like Trump is like, I am who I am. I'm going to sit here for 3 hours. I know they're going to fucking tear me apart. I know they're going to fucking take things out of context. And that's just the game I play because that's what they've been doing to me for forever. Whereas, like, I don't see her putting herself in that position. Like, they try to control.
I think she's got an earpiece.
Well, he was saying that.
That's that's kind of what
he was saying. That like she can't prepare for a 4-hour conversation.
Yeah.
No, but it also doesn't have to be 4 hours. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Well, that's what he was saying too.
Well, that's what he was saying.
He said, "I bet you won't even get an hour out of her."
But the thing is that Trump controlled the Theo Von conversation.
Right. Yeah.
Like he cut that short. You know, like at the end of it, you could tell that he was being rushed along.
But then again, you're talking to Theo Von. How long could you talk to him for? Yeah. That's a different kind of person.
Yeah, Trump was relatively respectful of Rogan. Trump usually steamrolls everybody.
He knows how big he is.
Just a marketing ploy.
Yeah, he knows how big he is. It would if he was still friends with Howard Stern, he would have been on the Howard Stern show. They're just not friends anymore.
I would think that
Trump.
True. I would think that like all the people that listen to Rogan that are gonna vote, we're gonna vote for Trump anyway. I think maybe.
Yeah, I don't really know what his crowd is, but
it's us.
Yeah,
Trump voters, not me personally, but
you just called yourself a Trump voter.
I'm not a voter.
Now you have to go to the polls.
We
and
talked about
vote
it
for
on
Trump.
the last episode.
You're not voting?
Yes.
No.
No, he doesn't vote. He doesn't use his American right.
I'm not going to be here anyway.
A lot
So
of people died for you. Where are you going to be?
Chicago.
Oh, that's right. Oh, you're not going to be here either. Get your early votes in. Get your early ballots in. It's all right. They don't look for ID anyway. Just go and tell them your name.
Oh God. They were talking about that. Which I thought was really interesting. Was Elon Musk said that this guy who's like tech everything was like the only way that you can ever do an election is with a paper ballot. The only way.
Right.
He said, we've voted with paper ballots for however many years, hundreds of years, and by 9 o'clock. Now all of a sudden, some places have computers,
right?
And we don't know for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
like,
so
what the
nuts.
It's crazy.
The ID thing is an obvious. I mean, it's very hard to even defend that.
Right.
Like
100%.
It's very hard to even defend that on any level. Like why it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like you can't go buy a fucking 6-pack at 7-Eleven without showing your fucking
I got turned down literally from King Cullen for a man can of beer.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I'm sorry, we're very, you got to show it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't
and
have
like
it.
to
I'm sorry.
vote for the president of the United States, it's for some reason like it's unethical to ask for ID. That just doesn't make any sense. That's crazy.
It's fucking crazy.
It's super crazy, and it's like, and anybody who would like really try to defend that one way or the other is a psychopath.
Something up the sleeve.
It's
Something up the sleeve. Yeah.
Something I'm interested about with this election is like I never really thought about it before. Is I want to like look at after it's over, like the voter turnout. Like, what's the voter turnout? Like, how many people do vote?
Oh, wait. So somebody was talking about this the other day.
You know what?
Somebody was talking about how, like, it's only...
I feel like it's 140,000.
Is it
no,
half?
it's 140 million. 150 million. It's
150 million?
Yeah, it's like...
because they get 74 million votes?
It's like 60% of the population
That's pretty good.
actually turns out to vote.
Yeah, because I remember it being like 75 to like 74. Something ridiculous like that. So that makes sense.
That's pretty good.
But somebody drew it down to like 4 million people. Like that's the real
4 million
like,
real people?
Yeah, like somebody drew it down to like
Everybody else a bot.
Like the red states are the red states, the blue states are the blue states. They're always going to be that. There's like the amount of people that are in the swing states to where it's the actual battleground to where like somebody could be flipped back and forth.
Yes.
Like it was like something like 4 million people is the actual amount of people that are being marketed to.
Well, that's
to make the difference.
That was Trump's thing on that. Because didn't he lose by like 22,000 votes or something like that?
I don't know what.
Whatever it was. Like that. That's pretty fucking close. That's easy.
Nuts.
If someone was going to do something wrong, it's easy to fuck around with 22,000 votes.
But when he won, he also didn't have the most popular votes.
But that can happen. And I think you're going to see that happen more and more and more.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but like, I don't like, listen, you can't look at this guy and at any level be like, oh yeah, he's cool or inspirational or any of those things. Like, cause he's not. But I believe him. Like, I don't think that he's the fucking liar that everybody fucking, like, I think that he is just a straight up New York businessman who all he thinks about is let's make a deal. And he wants to produce economic revenue for the country. And like, that's all he cares about. Like, and I think that like, he's obviously a fucking narcissist without a doubt.
100%.
But I kind of think everybody that runs for president of the United States is probably a fucking narcissist too. It's just they spend all sorts of time and education to try to pretend like they're not. He's just out in the open saying, you know what I mean? Like he's not worried because of course I am. But it's weird because it's like, what is it that we need? Like, you know what I mean? Like, do we need the president of the United States to be this inspirational, motivational fucking guy? Or do we need like a fair and balanced economy to where most people can get ahead and fucking do what they need to do? Like, what do we need? Like, I feel like Hollywood and storybook like makes us believe as though like, we need fucking change and we need this and we need, but like, what do we really need?
What do we need inspiration for? To wake up?
Well, no, I mean, like, I think we as humans need inspiration, but I don't think that person in that job is who needs to provide that. I mean, like, it's a free market country. Like, we're able to do things and we do things.
Right.
And like, like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, there was at least things that we needed to be free from or we needed to change. Like, what do we need to change right now?
I just think that job is like just keeping the peace internally.
Yeah, I don't think
because they're not really.
I don't think the president does
decisions.
much. No,
I don't think. You know,
even if they do, it still has to go to the House, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of that type of checks and balances and stuff like that. But like, I just think it is.
You don't think it's real, you don't think there's real power there? I think there is.
I don't think so. I think it's like a figurehead type of thing.
I don't think so.
And it's all those other fucking people in those cabinets and stuff.
Well, I think if he wins, he has to spend the next 3 years trying to get another term passed.
I mean, but that's the shit he'll do.
To try and be a dictator.
Yeah, he'll try to just be like, oh, you know what? We got kings now again in the United States. You know what? I just decided.
I'm a king. It's tremendous.
Imagine that. It's tremendous.
Everybody loves me.
We haven't had a king in a long time.
They said when I said, what a great guy. He can make a great king.
Do you know what's a thing that you haven't seen in a while that it felt like it needed kings?
King me. Checkmate.
That'd be hilarious.
He's
scary.
He's wild, man. He's wild.
He is. He's crazy.
He's wild.
I was just more interested in like what we were just talking about before. It's like, who are the people that he's gonna pull in, like, you know, the Kennedy thing, you know, like who are the people he's gonna pull in who are the specialists? Like, that's really what should be presented.
Well, I thought it was interesting how he was saying how like he was a little self-critical on the first go round, saying that like he didn't. Yeah. I thought that
I didn't know he was a fucking asshole. He's like John Kelly. Guy was a dick.
Total maniac.
He was a fucking psycho.
But he made me look good when I would go to these meetings because they know he would drop the bombs.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool that he did that. But that's like, you know, like you gotta. I mean, I guess it's out there if you want to look for it. But like, how do they present that whole picture of like, here's my fucking, you know, immigration guy. Here's what he stands for. Here's my fucking environmental guy. And it was the Kennedy thing was funny too. And he's like, you know, I like him, but only on the national health, you know, on like the health.
He's got to stay away from oil and gas.
He's like, he doesn't really like oil. I love it. You know, he's like,
crazy.
Fucking gold underneath us. The nuclear thing is very interesting too. They're all into that now.
What, nuclear weapons?
No, power.
Oh, power.
Yeah.
Is that what blows us all up? Is that it?
No, the weapons, not the power.
Eventually.
The whole thing with nuclear power is that it's like the most efficient way of generating power.
Right.
But it's just it has a bad marketing scheme to it. Right. You know, but those things that happened were 50 fucking years ago.
Right.
You know, you don't think the technology is advanced that like that shit, like people say nuclear and it's like first they think nuclear weapons, then they think Chernobyl, then they think fucking, you know, whatever it is, Korea, Japan. You can't go there for fucking 7 lifetimes or something like that. You're not allowed to go near that place.
Hiroshima. Oh my God. Yeah, that's crazy. It's all scary.
So speaking of North Korea, this is an interesting story. Last week when I was in the DR, it happened to be the FIFA Women's World Cup.
Okay,
was being played in Dominican Republic.
How the fuck did we not hear about that?
I don't know.
I bet on everything. I had no idea that was going on.
So the FIFA Women's World Cup.
I would have bet on that.
Was out there, and at the hotel that I was staying at was the North Korean women's team and the English team.
The Brits.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. The Women's World Cup.
That's what they said. Maybe it was a FIFA. I mean, there was all kinds of people with FIFA uniforms and everything.
Interesting.
I don't know if it was the actual World Cup, but there was some sort of a competition, FIFA professional women's soccer players from different countries.
It definitely wasn't the World Cup because that's like a national grand
Yeah,
thing.
that would be...
That's big news. But I know what you're saying. So what? So North Korea...
So I walk in.
Wasn't the World Cup. That was July and August of 2023.
What was
Whatever.
it?
It was probably like the 12-year-old one. You know? No, I don't mean that. I mean like, you know, there's age groups sometimes.
Yes.
You know?
Well, it was FIFA. I don't know. It's all
Stop fact checking me. It was a fucking World Cup. All right, so you're at the World Cup.
I'm at the World Cup. Anyway, the North Korean fucking women's team was there, but I'm talking to the guy at the desk in Spanish, and I'm like, "What's up with these guys?"
Guys.
And he's like, "No, it's the North Korean women's team." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? It's the North Korean women's team. Are you fucking crazy?" He's like, I know. They all look like dudes. They all had dude haircuts.
Yeah?
No
A lot of
boobies.
lesbians in soccer.
It was crazy. No, but it looked like
Little boys.
Did they all look the same?
They all looked the same, and they all looked like little boys. They all, but it wasn't like the team from England was. I mean, looked like girls. Like they were just girls.
Yeah.
Fucking. But the North Koreans,
Because they're only allowed to have like 3 haircuts.
they all had the same haircut. And me and this guy talking, he's like, "Yeah, I know. We all fucking kind of got in trouble in the beginning when they first came because everyone was like, hey sir, how you doing?"
Really?
Really?
Holy shit. They all got to wear suits.
It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny.
They any good? Did you get to watch a game?
No,
Did they speak
fucking
English?
care
No,
less.
right? Probably not.
they didn't speak English.
I would love to mix it up with that crew.
What did they eat in Dominican Republic? That had to be
Well, they were at the
interesting.
hotels eating hotel food.
Sushi,
I wonder.
raw fish.
There's no Chinese food place in
Wow.
Dominican
Dude,
Republic,
wow,
right?
man. It was fucking.
You think there is?
But North Korean people don't eat Chinese food.
All right, so there's no
Like that
North
you get
Korean
in
food in
East
the
Asian
Dominican
Winters.
Republic. There's no East Asian food in Dominican Republic.
It's probably not big down there.
Right. Like we
Similar
can't,
though.
like I can't go down there and get like
Fish.
linguine and chicken parmesan.
probably.
No, yeah, you
right?
can. Yeah, you
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's.
But
they
see,
put that on the side of the menu.
It's funny that you say that because like I'm a big I'm very much against that shit when you go, like, when you go to other countries and like you go to hotels and stuff, or like you go to restaurants and they try to be like fancy like other country stuff, like the way we
yeah,
are
but
here.
you want to eat their food.
Like you want to eat their food
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
feel like their food is always the best. Whenever you go somewhere like that and they're trying to make like international food, it always sucks. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's always fucking terrible.
I don't
It's
ever
like give me
try.
what you guys are good at.
Yeah, I don't ever try that. You gotta that's the best thing ever. We've talked about it so many
I don't know
times
if
on here.
everybody does that though.
It's like I just want to go to places and be like, just give me
Just give me
what's
food.
your
Your
best
shit,
thing?
yeah,
Give me food.
You know?
Just give me food. I'll try
guess
it.
That's the best.
I guess it's complicated when you're in a place and you don't speak the fucking language. That is-
Definitely.
So you're gonna go with the fucking fettuccine alfredo that's on the menu
chimichanga.
over some shit.
Yeah.
Over some shit that you don't know what it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you're gonna have to have somebody explain to you like, no, you should try this. This is really good.
Right.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
it is.
Now I'm hungry.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's fucking do it.
Let's get on the plane.
Kratom's kicking it. Like a kitty cat.
This guy doesn't even know what happened here last week.
What happened last week?
We had a fucking new female host in.
I mean, we're keeping the show rolling. Who are you? Who are you, guy? What guy are you?
Who are these guys?
Who are these guys over here? I feel like you haven't been on the show in months.
Me?
Yeah, where are you?
I only missed a few episodes. Like
I
3.
think it's cool.
No, it is good.
Who'd you have?
We had
we have?
Jackie from the Kava place in.
Who's
Brought her own, brought her own kratom.
Brought us homemade kratom.
Homemade, basement-made kratom.
Talked about how she loves Trump
Yep.
for about a fucking half hour.
Was she good? Was she any good?
She was good.
Interesting.
It was fun.
I texted her earlier and I was like, I got a big day today. I got to talk shit about the guest from last week.
She sat here?
Podcast.
She sat right there.
Interesting.
Yep.
She did like a little shimmy.
No, she
She
didn't.
did not do a shimmy.
Yes, she did.
She did a shimmy?
You didn't see my clip that I made?
I didn't see the whole thing. She did a
Yeah.
shimmy?
Yeah.
I gotta see the shimmy now.
Yeah.
Like it.
We're bringing randos in.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we?
Who are these guys?
She's
gals?
politicking hard to be a full timer.
Yeah?
Hard.
She's trying?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
What does she look like?
A woman.
A female.
Smart, intelligent one.
A smart, intelligent woman.
Caring, empathetic.
I don't know how caring.
No, she's edgy.
Yeah, she's definitely edgy.
She'll fuck you up.
She's got some spunk. That's what you need.
Spunk?
Why not?
So no show next week.
Why not? Oh, yeah.
Yo,
not gonna be
you
here.
guys are gone for the week?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get a bunch of people in.
That you should.
Hey, what, man? Maybe it's none of us. Should I just get 3 random people in this room and
Nick
call into
Rob
all
be the
these guys?
fucking tech. Just be like, Rob, just invite 3 people in.
Oh, my God.
Whoever you got.
That show will go on forever.
Give us 2 people and but no, you got to give them the topics.
It'll be Kai, him, and Joe.
Katie was good. It took us a long time to get that one out. I don't remember why, because we're in a little bit of turmoil
Something with the video.
in the podcast world. But Katie's she was solid.
Yeah, she was good too. Absolutely.
And I got a bunch of messages on Instagram about her.
Why do you get all the messages?
Because nobody knows who you are, Kirk.
Oh, that's true.
Kirk.
Kirk.
I was watching a couple of clips from the lunchroom, and it was so funny that like we were never on the show.
I know. I love that actually.
It was fucking. It was really funny.
I kind of like that.
Wait, whose voice is that? I'm like, oh, it's us.
You want to talk about any other podcasts that you have problems with, or
Listen to?
might have tried to come out against you in any way?
I second guessed that one.
Oh, you talking?
Should have got you when you were hot, right?
Yeah, it's cooled down. It'll come back.
I tried pulling it in last episode when she kept on like asking me, and she was like, "Oh, you're from Lindenhurst too?" And I was like, "Yeah, everybody I know is from Lindenhurst." I was like,
Nah, I cooled off on that one. It'll come back though.
all right.
Who cares?
It'll come back.
Sure, they'll do something else stupid.
The podcast wars.
Maybe Jesse will be a guest on it again, and then just go for it, Jesse. No holds barred. They'll end up having to throw the tape away.
Vince's podcast is doing well. Remember he was on here? Oh, you're going to be here this Friday with him. Vincent.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, the Dead Serious one. What the fuck, bro?
Oh. I don't know why I don't think that's Vince. Yes, I saw the
Quinto
first one. I didn't see the one with the guest, though. There was a guest?
Yeah, we've had 2 so far.
And you're not on film? No.
I was only on the first one. Now he's got these, he's got the people in, and he's fucking funny. He's
doing it.
Good.
He fucking doesn't shut the fuck up, though. Jesus
That's awesome.
Christ.
It's kind of what you got to be. You got to be.
He's
a
good.
Podcast. Podcast.
Podcast.
Podcast.
God, gas is like a little fish that comes in, a small fish. Yeah, he's doing a good job. He had Al Iaquinta on, and they had some funny. The clip that I just put out today, Al Iaquinta talks about like he saw Trump at a UFC thing.
Right.
And he's like, I was a little fucking tuned up. He's like, so Trump's across. So I'm like, oh, Trump!
Like he's gonna get a high five.
And then he tells a story about how Michael Rappaport was sitting in front of him.
Interesting.
Really?
And Michael Rappaport was like making a video of like, you could see he was talking into like the phone, and he had like the crosshairs on it.
Right.
Like, like he was shooting him. Like he had like some sort of a filter up that had like gun crosshairs on it with Trump. Yeah. And he was like, I know, that's what I said. And then Al was like, I was like, yo, I'll fuck this guy up.
He likes Trump though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
No,
I think
Rappaport?
No.
No, Rappaport hates Trump.
Really?
No, I think he goes back and forth.
I think he goes back and forth too.
I think you're right.
Rappaport is like, I kind of like him, but I kind of hate him. It's hard.
He's one of those guys, if he says too much, you're over it. It's he talks a lot.
And I also don't like the way he looks.
He seems obnoxious.
I used to think Rappaport was real. I used to think like he was a real guy. Like that's really who he is. But then then it's
Trying
like
to figure it out.
But then it's like, yeah, it's all a show. All these fun. I mean, he found a new
Yeah,
way.
but he's really from around here with that annoying voice.
No,
and
he's really
attitude.
from around here. But I feel like that his social media thing was his new way to become relevant. Like his acting career was not fucking like popping.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like nobody's hiring Michael Rappaport right now that much.
He's a
But
brother
now,
in a movie at all times. Brother, best friend. There's no.
He was a big part of Barstool for a little while.
Okay. Was he really?
And then he got kicked off because he said something fucking stupid or something.
Got closed.
I haven't seen much from fucking Dave Portnoy. He's been pretty quiet.
He's filthy rich.
He's eating pizza.
Yeah, fucking adopting dogs.
Adopting
right.
dogs. Has a hot chick.
No, they're hot. They're hot now.
A new hot chick?
No, same one.
No,
he's not with that chick Silvana.
No, he's got a new one.
really?
You don't see her ever. No one knows. I mean,
Good
people
move.
know who she
It's a
is,
good
but
move.
they don't know her.
That's when you really know they're in love.
No, they're fucking hot again because Zach Bryan dumped the girl.
I don't know who that is.
Zach Bryan, the country singer. You don't know who that is?
I know who that is. What does he have to do
Brianna
with
Chicken
Barstool?
Fry.
Oh,
He was going out with one of the girls from Portnoy's podcast, from his podcast.
got it.
And he dumped her. I think he cheated on her, which it's coming out more and more that he's not a nice guy, which, you could tell.
Guy's a superstar.
Yeah.
How are you going to stay with one girl?
And he's young.
Yeah,
He's
how,
like
how-
23
23.
years old. 24
Okay.
years old.
There you go.
You know?
That's it.
But now Portnoy's making a little noise because he's like, I never fucking liked him. And they say on his thing, I think to his defense, he's like, yeah, he was always kind of a little cold to him, didn't trust him. Which is cool.
Because shit, he's a country music star. If you listen to that music, you're retarded anyway.
It's funny. Like
I've never heard his music.
Zach Bryant's?
No.
Brian.
I've never heard his music.
The Uncrustables thing that we did was timely because there's a lot of noise around Uncrustables right now.
Oh yeah, didn't you post something?
The NFL.
Yes,
They're bad for you?
no.
I mean,
well,
yeah,
they're definitely bad for you.
Probably. But there was like some sort of a stat that NFL teams consume like 90,000 Uncrustables a year.
Oh, wow.
That's great.
So then like Big Cat and like the, what's it called? Pardon My Take or whatever it is, their show, their podcast.
Yep.
They were like saying like, yeah, we could, like, how many things we could do here at Barstool Chicago, you know?
You could do 90,000.
And the one guy's like, I'm good for at least 6 a day.
Oh my
6 a
God.
day. Shit.
I could do 6 a day. Easy.
Yeah, if you spread it out over a whole day,
I still have to try those things.
they're real good.
I know.
Well, maybe next time we'll do a little taste test.
Just get the fucking
Get all
strawberry jelly ones.
All the flavors.
Love it.
Have you gotten them since?
Nope.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That's
if
like
you
something
did.
that like I won't buy that for myself.
It'd be cool if you did, though.
I think you can buy anything for yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably start soon.
You never like just driving by a Sunoco.
Yeah, you ever stop in a 7-Eleven?
Haven't had a Mountain Dew in a while.
Never.
You know?
Why?
For what?
Treat yourself.
Treat myself to what?
Something.
Yeah, you should, because it'll like calm
You don't want a
down.
Snapple peach?
Yeah.
When was the last time you wanted a Snapple peach?
You mean a peach Snapple?
Or why does it have to be a
Snapple
peach
peach.
Snapple?
You get a Snapple raspberry.
Dude, can I have a Snapple peach? No, I need to calm down. I got problems.
Bag of Doritos.
Yeah, those things, like, who
Those
cares?
things calm you
gain
down?
a little 15, 20 pounds.
You
Don't
walk, in
worry
the
about it.
store, you walk in the store, you see what's out there. I mean,
Maybe the fucking...
I don't know. I never.
you know that Mr. Beast is making chocolate bars now?
Oh, yeah. I know it. I know it.
I never got into that pattern of snacking. You know.
It's very good, but you should treat yourself sometime.
Yeah?
Let
I'm
your
thinking
head
maybe there's
free.
some other things that might be better to treat.
No.
No, anything you're doing is not working.
I see. You're driving by a McDonald's, maybe just one cheeseburger.
Right.
You know?
That I'll do. That's
Oh, yeah?
like, no, that I'll do substantially more than I do. Well, no, I never go to 7-Eleven to get a snack. Like never.
Right.
Like you probably, like you're talking probably more than a decade that's even happened. And if that's even happened, it was because like I was with other people and
Right.
they were like, let's do it. But me on my own pull into 7-Eleven to get some sort of a fucking snack possibly has never ever happened.
Are you
ever.
still not pumping your gas?
I mean, I got different spots. I got spots that like that I
You know the guy works at?
that I know that I got spots. I got spots that pump it for me.
So
and
you
I got-
just sit. See, usually if you pump your own gas, you kind of pump your own gas, and then you
Then you
take
go
a walk inside.
yeah, but I pay at the card at the pump.
Yeah, so do I. You still gotta.
I don't
all
bring
that
that.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like 25 feet away.
No, but you know what? It's like stop, smell the roses a little bit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm like a heat-seeking fucking missile,
Yeah, I think
which
you
has
gotta-
made me good at certain things,
Nah.
but not.
I don't
not all
think
the
so.
time.
Huh?
Just become a fucking, a regular Long Island fucking schmuck. You know? Like
That's
every
what-
morning. We should do that for like a week and like
With
follow
him,
him
like
around.
take him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Like,
follow
all right,
me.
you woke up, what am I going to do? You're going to wake up. You're going to get right out of bed.
Right.
You're going to go to 7-Eleven. We're going to make you coffee.
Gonna get your coffee.
Gonna get you a fucking
You want
butter
a
roll.
muffin?
Yeah.
You want a blueberry
Exactly.
muffin?
You just
Sometimes they
said
give
a
it to
regular
you.
Long Island schmuck.
Yeah. You're going to go. We're going to get you a buttered roll and a coffee. And then fucking the 2 for $2.50 Poland Spring bottles.
Yep.
Maybe a Zin.
Maybe
you
on
know?
Wednesday we'll go to a bagel shop. I don't know. We got great bagels around here.
Just
Do
all
something.
of the things.
Right?
Yes.
Day's over. We're going to go to the fucking spread in Lindenhurst.
Yeah, we're gonna get some beers,
Wings.
brews, and wings.
Just regular man shit.
Yeah,
you know?
watch a sport.
Yeah. We're not fucking going to go in the back and play guitar.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus. For 2 people.
Maybe we have you on fucking First Down Dogs that week.
Yeah.
Make some bets.
I mean, end the week at First Down Dogs. How was your experience of being a dude?
What are you guys trying to say? I'm gay?
No.
No, you're not gay.
I'm just fucking.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I don't think you have to say that anymore.
Oh, all right. No,
Yeah, I'm fucking.
You should experience life a little bit.
You don't think I do?
No.
But just regular life.
Yeah, I mean, and we're just calling it regular
Maybe
life.
one day we'll go and like do the laundry, you know?
Yeah, do the laundry. Maybe take him for 3 holes of golf.
Yeah.
Why not? No.
I don't do that.
All right. Okay. I don't do it either.
We might have
but
to
it would be
bring
fun.
in like different types of men. You know?
What do you mean?
That'd be interesting.
Like different men with like different personalities.
Yeah,
and, like,
people who do different things throughout their week.
To help me?
Yeah, it'll be
as
help.
an experiment.
Yes.
Mostly.
Okay.
That's interesting.
But I like a lot of like, not that how am I trying to say it? Like, if I'm put in different environments, I usually acclimate.
I think you'd have a great time this week.
I do.
I think you'd have a great time.
But I just don't ever like. I'm always on the mission.
Yeah, but you're walking around these halls. Get out a little bit.
Nothing's happening.
Do something.
You see what just happened here for the past fucking 4 hours?
We got enough Italians talking in there.
Jesus Christ. Nobody has a fucking inside voice. Why is everyone screaming all the time? It starts with Michael, too.
And
Michael is one of the
help.
loudest motherfuckers I've
loud,
ever
he's
met
loud.
in my life.
Yeah, he's loud.
He doesn't have a regular voice.
And I think like he tries to pretend like he's not that kind of guy.
Imagine that around the
No,
house.
he does. He does try to do
You know
that.
what I mean?
And he's also big with the speakerphone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
That's a personality.
That's
You're
interesting.
either, like, number one, don't ever talk to me on the phone. I'm not interested in talking on the phone, ever. But, like, the people that walk around, like, with the phone.
Public
like,
speakerphone?
yeah.
It's intense.
There's two types of people in this world.
Yeah.
What are you?
I'm not going to lie. I do use speakers sometimes, but not really. Now that I got a newer phone.
I mean, but the
I
only
put it
time
up to
I'm
my
going to use
ear.
speakers, like if I'm in my car or like I'm completely by myself. Like, there's
100%.
no world in where I'm putting somebody on speaker and I'm around other people.
Mine's a little
And
shady.
not even like that I'm hiding anything. Just
Yeah.
like, it's awkward.
Mine's a little shady because I had a phone that the earpiece didn't work for a while, so I was on speaker all the time
Got it.
doing it. But now I'm getting real used to like using the phone as a fucking phone, which is it's much nicer. Yeah, and you could hear better.
It's just not a
You can hear
thought.
much better.
It's just not a thought in my head. Like, if I'm sitting at my desk and the phone rings, the speaker button is never my thought.
Right. I
But
agree.
There's a lot of people out there that's their go-to.
I wonder why. Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
So they could show
Keep
people
their
that
hands
they're
free.
It's probably more comfortable than being like this, you know?
It's definitely more comfortable. That I agree with. But everybody knows you're on
But
speakerphone.
I'll use
when you're on
AirPods
speakerphone.
instead of fucking speaker.
Yeah, that too.
That's also a different personality.
And also, just don't call me.
You know what I thought was weird? Not to change subjects real quick, but he said AirPods. I used them for the first time at the gym last week.
Wait, what?
You
I
went to the
used
gym?
AirPods for the first time at the gym last week.
Okay.
You
Snuck that
Are
in?
you sneaking that in?
No, I talked about it last week. You weren't on the show.
Fuck.
The music at the gym is louder than my earpods.
You got to fuck with your settings.
What's up with that?
You got like noise cancellation that you probably don't even know.
Do you
how
have
to
the
turn
real
on.
Apple ones, or you just have like fucking?
No, they're Apple ones.
All right. Yeah, there's some stuff that you can do.
They're actually my son's. I borrow them to go to the gym with. He won him at a fucking claw game.
Wow, that's
fun.
cool.
It was really cool. He won
That's
him
a
for $2.
That's a big win. For
Yeah,
a
big
ball game.
hit. Big hit.
Yeah. So how do you think Lily felt? She spent $20 trying to win her own pair. She couldn't do it.
One time I took my, we took my niece to like one of those fucking water parks, Kalahari, whatever it is. And I was just fucking feeding this machine. She wanted this fucking, some sort of stuffed animal or something like that. I was probably in it for like $75.
Oh my gosh!
Got it though.
Like big hook, like big one.
Yeah.
Those are nice.
Got it.
Good. You were the hero.
Yeah.
Nice.
Great feeling.
Fucking Porsche.
You get such a good fucking for $75. Like I've just occupied my time for an hour where I'm not getting sneezed on or fucking puked on by some kid who's in his bathing suit.
Snot nose. Snot nose kid.
Exactly. And then
I just hate stuffed animals. I think they're so pointless. And everywhere I go for the last 12 years, everyone wants a stuffed animal. I can't stand them.
Stuffed animals are like a bygone era. Like, you know, like
It's
we
just
haven't worked
nonsense.
we haven't worked our way out of that yet. Like
You
that-
need one stuffed animal in your life if you want comfort.
Well,
That's
listen,
it.
Here's the thing. Like, you want to hold on to those because if they get, like, you know, the fucking digital stuffed animal and it starts growing and shit, now it's just another reason to be on your phone as a kid. Let them have their stuffed animals.
Yeah.
Get them as many as you can.
That's a good
Why
point.
do you always got to convince me on stuff I don't like? Why do you-
What was your stuffed animal? Like, you had a stuffed animal growing up? That was your favorite? You go to?
No, I think I had a pillow. I think I carried my pillow around with me.
Okay, that's weird.
Okay.
I
Why
had
is
a
that
bear
weird?
that looked like a dog, but I think I called it a dog, but it was a bear. I still remember him, kind of.
You need him right now, is what
I
think.
do, man.
What was his
I
name?
do. I don't know.
What was his name?
A little doggy boy. I don't know.
Doggy.
Doggy boy.
I think it was Marky.
Marky? Marky. Fucking, but the best about Marky is that like fucking like the Long Island, yeah, Marky.
Yeah, this is my fucking boy Marky.
What'd you have?
I always had I want to say it was Macy's maybe. They had like a different Snoopy every year.
Oh, Snoopy's cool.
And it was like it was a decent sized one, and I remember that thing. Like cried my eyes out.
Snoopy was a cool fucking
When
character.
it died?
Yeah. Or if it got left somewhere.
Right.
I think Snoopy still is like relevant.
Think so?
There's a, what do you call it? There's a watch company called Omega, and they have a watch called the Speedmaster, and they have like the Snoopy edition.
That's cool.
And it's super collectible and rare, and like you can't get it. And it's very cool.
That's cool.
It's really cool. And it's like it's got inside of one of the subdials, it's got Snoopy just kind of like laying down on like a fucking table, and he's like snoring.
That's
it's
cool.
Really cool. Really cool.
How much is that?
The watch normally I think is like $8-9 grand, but like you can't get it for less than like 15, 16.
Hey, give me that Snoopy watch.
I don't like Snoopy for that much. But I see like a lot of shit on Instagram, like people sharing like I guess people like recreating it,
Yeah, I think it's just a fad.
Snoopy?
Yeah, it'll be something that just comes back, or somebody paid for it.
No,
come
but
back.
Snoopy's cool. It's classic. I mean,
Timeless.
that's been fucking. That's Snoopy's was a thing for our parents. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but I just don't think. I think if you ask your kid, they're not going to know who Snoopy is.
no, probably not.
Peanuts?
The Peanuts. I never knew they were called Peanuts. The only way I knew that is when you saw them in the newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
Still the best Christmas album of all time.
Because the movies were Charlie Brown, right? It wasn't
Charlie
the
Brown
Peanuts.
Christmas?
Charlie Brown Christmas, Vince Guaraldi trio.
Yeah.
Oof, best. I'll cry right
It
now.
is really, really good. Oh my God, let's put it on. Let's just watch you cry. That'll be next week's episode, him just crying to Christmas music.
You think you could get that? Nah, it could never happen on camera. I mean, it could.
Do you think you could cry on camera if I put that on?
No.
And just put you in the room by yourself?
No.
No.
Be with your thoughts?
No.
I think he could cry.
I mean, why would you want to try that?
Well, it's an experiment.
I thought we were just doing the 7-Eleven experiment.
Oh, yeah, we're trying to get it. Yeah. That's the opposite.
He's trying to cheer
That's
me
better.
up.
Yeah,
Not trying
that's
to fucking
better.
make
I'm
me
sorry.
cry.
Once somebody says, I think I could cry, I think it's interesting to see if that person could actually cry.
That happens to you a lot.
No, I don't get
How many people are you
emotional.
trying to make cry?
I don't get emotional at all, and I find it kind of
You don't cry?
odd. No.
Never?
I only get emotional when I see my kid like on stage dancing. Like I feel like it's weird. Or if they have like a graduation.
I'll cry like
that shit.
I'll cry in my car by myself.
Really?
Definitely. Yeah. Very rare in
I
front
don't
of
think I've cried in like 7 years.
Hmm.
I don't think. I don't know.
in
really.
front of other people, very rare.
No, I mean that's come on.
Pussy?
That's not even allowed. You get executed for that.
But yeah, I'll be in my car and I'll be, it'll all hit me and fucking, the right song will come on and get me right in the fucking shit and I'll fucking.
Is it just like a tear, or is it like a like and you got to pull over type shit?
No, never have to pull over. But I've had a couple of fucking.
I think that's good.
Maybe.
Like I kind of find it weird that I don't get like that.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to process it out, man.
Everybody's different.
Everybody's
Do
different.
what feels right.
Sometimes I don't feel like it's right.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Like my family at like funerals, like we don't behave the right way. I don't think.
But I think a lot of people don't cry at funerals.
Yeah, I
Yeah?
think it takes
Yes.
somebody that's really, really close to you.
But
At a
even
funeral?
still, like I didn't cry at my mom's funeral.
Right. I mean, I have cried at a funeral, but I don't think it's like I look around a lot and most people are. Sometimes that gets me.
But people process.
Like if a lot of people are crying, then I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, this is sad.
I'm
You
not
know what I
crying.
mean?
You're crying.
Stop crying! I don't want to cry. Crying's weird
Crying's
because I
weird.
bet you there's dudes that cry all the time. There's definitely chicks that cry all the time.
It's okay.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Life's hard.
Well,
man.
Whatever.
maybe if you do it too much, it's a bad thing.
I mean, who are you hurting? If it helps you,
Yourself.
release,
They're hurting themselves.
maybe. I don't know.
I don't think you feel better every time you cry.
I might cry right now because I'm going to piss my pants
Why do you always have to pee?
because all these drinks.
White rabbits,
He does have 3 drinks. right
kratom's. Wait, did you have a kratom and a white rabbit?
Yeah.
That's pretty remarkable. All right, you're gonna be zooted up for the first down dogs. Great.
there. Are we done?
I'm used to it.
I mean, we're good.
How much time is that? 2 hours?
It's an hour. It was an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
That felt longer. Interesting.
What else you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Have you ever pissed yourself?
Oh,
Like
yes.
in a public situation, like you were going to a game.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've shit myself more than I piss myself.
Way worse.
That's way worse.
Yeah.
But like you had to like throw your underwear away and like continue the night. You
Well,
wash
like-
yourself up.
When I used to work in the city and I would drive home and I would be like, you know.
Yeah, but that doesn't count because you're going home. I'm saying you're going out now.
Yeah.
You're going to like a show.
Yeah.
You peed?
No.
Okay.
I've never pissed myself drunk.
I've pissed myself once drunk on the train.
Yeah, I've never done that.
Yeah.
I've woke up. I don't know why they didn't kick me off the train,
like this.
but I'm telling you, it was all over the place.
Interesting.
Pee?
Pee. I'm dry, so I must have took it out and
Oh.
literally peed.
Yeah, but that's not the same.
It's
That's
not the same, but it's still bad.
Yeah, that's jail time.
Right?
That's jail time.
I've done that.
You've done that?
Jail time.
Definitely.
In public, around people, in like
Inside
a train.
a train. I mean, nobody was in my square.
Yeah, that's not
I was with a guy once in a hotel. He
not
did
good.
one of the most legendary things I've ever seen. He fucking pulls over to like a potted plant inside the hotel lobby, pulls it out and just pees in the fucking plant, the potted plant.
Wow.
In the hotel lobby. I was like, bro, that was amazing.
That's pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
those are the turning points, like what you had, and you start to go to like AA.
yeah, yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
That was the night I thought I
bad.
could walk home from Babylon. That was a bad night.
Because that's where you
Lot of drugs.
You could go
took
to jail
place
for that.
in that situation.
you know.
Yeah, listen. Not only did I do that, woke up at my stop.
Yeah, I remember you told me that. The
bizarre.
how crazy is it that like peeing inside your pants,
Is not jail
It's
time.
okay.
It's not
but you pee outside your pants in
You're in
public,
trouble.
you're in trouble.
right.
Very, very, very fine line.
That's all she wrote. Leave you with that.
Leave you with that to think about.